There you have it. IHS, Independence High School, on a chilly Friday night for the WC-TV Basketball Game of the Week. Happy Friday, everybody. This is Michael Williams alongside my buddy Paul Breece, and we've got the Brentwood Bruins visiting the Independence Eagles for this District 11 AAA matchup. Saw these Bruins in action last week, Paul Breece, but this is our first opportunity to see Independence this season. What you got to say about it?
Well, I tell you what, it's a game for the Independence Eagles where they're going to lay everything out on the line because they know the Lady Bruins are the team to beat in District 11 AAA, as the Lady Bruins 6-0 in the District 12-1 overall. Independence a surprisingly 5-1 in the District 11-4 overall, and give credit to the girls' coach, new coach Brian Glassner, bringing in a new swagger as the Lady Eagles, in a surprising start, have kind of semi-shocked the district, and they are just one game out of first place. And so these Lady Eagles are going to be vying for a huge win to try to prove themselves.
They can do themselves a huge favor tonight. We watched this Brentwood squad last week in action, and with a veritable dismantling. Who did we see them against last week? Can't even remember.
Ravenwood, Battle of the Woods.
Ravenwood.
Yeah.
So there you see the Independence Eagles coming out on the floor. The Lady Eagles, Anna Catherine Davis, a senior guard. Lindsay Freeman, also a senior guard. She's number 13. Jalen Banks, she's a 9th grader. She's also a guard. Amy Tang, the 11th grade forward, and Kayla Miller, another senior post player for Coach Brian Glasner. Take a look at the Brentwood starters. The Trushell twins, Emily is 12 and Delaney is number 20. Delaney with 29 points earlier this week against Centennial in a big win. 14 is Caitlin Lorenzi. Chloe Wampler is the junior, number 24, and Amelia Osgood rounds out the starters. She is number 32 and a junior. Indy wins the opening tap. Lindsay Freeman down the lane. And a quick shot by Amy Tang, and ball is tied up. And it looks like we'll go back Brentwood's way.
Well, as you saw last week against the Lady Raptors of Ravenwood, Brentwood can score many ways, but is the three-headed monster of the Trushell twins, as well as Amelia Osgood. Having 3 1,000-point scorers on your team is makes a coach look really good.
Amelia Osgood on cue, drives the lane with the left hand, throws in the layup for Brentwood's first 2 points of the game.
And Brentwood loves to have a three-quarter press, and that which really hurt the Lady Raptors last week. But the Lady Eagles, hey, they took care of it, and now they drew the foul.
Jalen Banks in the lane for the foul. She'll head to the line for 2.
Well, it's kind of the two-headed monster for the Lady Eagles, the senior Lindsay Freeman and this young lady right here, the freshman Jalen Banks. A tremendous addition for the Lady Eagles.
Banks for her second, and knocks down both free throws. So 2-2, your early score just underway here at Independence High School. Trushell from downtown, that's Delaney off the front iron. And Indy comes away with it. Lindsay Freeman again off the glass and brought out of there by Caitlin Lorenzi. Over to the corner, this Brentwood team is hot shooting. They can get on a roll quickly, and that's Chloe Wampler with her first 3 of the game. Extends the lead 5-2. And again, this full court press, or zone press looks like. Indy off the mark and cleaned up by Kayla Miller.
Kayla Miller, the senior post player. She's going to have many opportunities down there to kind of finish some of those missed opportunities.
Outside is Osgood again off the back iron. And quickly up the floor, here come the Lady Eagles. Again, Jalen Banks unable to connect on the quick lay-in. Trushell again from the top of the circle. And again, not quite the hot shooting that we saw out of this Brentwood team last week, Paul. But make no mistake, they can get hot in a hurry.
Absolutely. They can make a 1-point lead, go from 1 to 11 pretty quick.
So Indy hanging around now. 3 in the corner is off by Ryan Propkin, or Prokop. She just into the game.
I think if this game becomes if the referees let them play a little bit, I think it's the advantage to the Lady Eagles.
Trushell again downtown, and she'll knock it down. That's Delaney for Brentwood's second 3 of the night, extends the lead to 8-4. So we tick down close to the halfway mark of the first quarter. Close out quickly, and again, Kayla Miller on that low block.
I think Miller's got a big advantage down there, as the Lady Bruins really don't have the size advantage to match
Trushell
up.
again.
But it doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Better get a hand in her face, because she can do that all night long. Delaney Trushell now with her second 3 of the game. Talked to before in a big win over Centennial High School earlier this week. Delaney, 29 points.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter who you're playing when you score 29. You've had a pretty good night.
That's a lot of points in a high school game.
Yeah, absolutely. 80 and you had a running clock as well against Centennial. So you had it. Coach Thrash has had a running clock 2 games in a row. And they are, I believe, they're number 7 in the state for AAA.
So on the foul, Indy takes it out of bounds. The freshman Banks again. That'll be a turnover. Here come the Lady Bruins quickly up the floor.
Yeah, and this is where Brentwood is really good. Transition offense when you get teams falling asleep.
Trushell again, camping out on that 3-point line and can't connect.
Could have buried that. That could have been a big-time momentum swing.
Miller comes out of there with it, and again, Indy hanging around early.
Well, one thing Brentwood does is with that press, they make you speed up their offense, your own offense, which sometimes pays off and sometimes doesn't pay off, and right there that does with the 3.
Prokop for her first 3 of the game. Back to within 2 is Indy. As Trushell again, that's Delaney. And Indy again, you let them hang around, they're going to get some confidence on this Bruins squad. Inside, number 34, that's Amy Tang. Can't quite connect off the glass, and the Lady Bruins back up quickly.
Yep, transition defense right here. You got to know where they're at.
Trushell to Trushell doesn't pay off that time.
And you don't see any kind of worry on Coach Miles Thrash in his demeanor on any missed 3 by the Lady Bruins. He just says, keep shooting it.
Miller with the 8-footer can't quite connect, but Indy showing some good rebounding tonight. I think that's probably what's keeping them within shouting distance of, well, not even shouting distance. They're only 2 points down. Very patient, finding the lane. Here comes Miller again. Can't find anything on the short jumper, and Brentwood comes away with it. Ticking close to 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Osgood from downtown. Nothing doing.
No.
I'll take that for Brentwood's 4th 3 of this first quarter. You're right, Paul. They are letting things kind of go here. Though it's been pretty much a clean game so far, but only 2 foul shots so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a team that shoots so many threes, you know, you're not going to get, you know, too many fouls and too many free throw shot attempts.
Trushell again thought about the
now,
trade. Line drives the lane and can't quite connect as Miller comes away with yet another rebound. Tang and has that one taken away by Trushell. Talk about that hot shooting of Brentwood, especially the shooting prowess of the Trushells, but they are a good defensive squad.
No, Wampler almost converted right there.
Wampler can't connect over in front of the Indy bench. Just under a minute
to
go now.
And those young ladies at the scores table have been there quite a bit.
Lindsey Freeman drives the lane, and she'll pick up the foul. For Indy, headed to the line for 2. Osgood on the foul for the Bruins.
The Lady Eagles definitely going to have to capitalize on any kind of free attempts. You know, I think they would need to shoot 75% from the free throw line.
Ava Granzow now, number 44. She checks in for Brentwood. Older brother is the Brentwood quarterback, as Lindsey Freeman able to knock down the second of 2.
And I believe he's an Auburn baseball commitment.
Now Indy kind of dialing up the defense. Osgood cross-court pass to Katie Workman. And again, Indy not giving Brentwood very many second opportunities as they're cleaning up the boards nicely.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great point.
10 seconds remaining. Inside, long distance. Can't quite connect, and again, Indy picks up will pick up the foul. As Christy Martinez, she'll head to the line for 2.
It's a tough foul with 3 seconds left in the quarter. I think Coach Thrash was.
Indy looking to cut this to 2 before the end of the first quarter, as Martinez able to connect on the first of 2. And gets the nice roll, does Martinez on the second one. So 14-12 up the floor quickly. Got a launch from about 30 feet. And Amelia Osgood unable to connect. So at the end of one, Brentwood is 14, Indy 12. What do you think going forward there, Paul Breece?
Well, I think Independence is in a great position. I mean, you know, despite the Lady Bruins three-point shooting prowess, they've done a pretty good job, as you talked about, keeping them to 1 possession per offense. You know, when you have a team that shoots a 3, a lot of times, a lot of shooters, you know, they just stand outside the 3. They never really attack to get that rebound after the shot goes up. And so Indy has given them, you know, 0 second chance opportunities. And when we go to offense on the Indy side, you know, they're just missing some open looks. I think that if they would work the ball into the post and Kayla Miller, it would do some good and provide some inside-out action. But, hey, I think Coach Brian Glassner and the Lady Eagles, you know, if they're not going to be ahead, down by 2 after 1, not a bad thing against a very good Lady Bruin team.
I've got Indy as 4 of 5 from the line in the first quarter. That'll help you win a ball game too.
You know, and the same token, the Lady Eagles for Independence, 0 fouls. So they played you know, pretty clean game. But obviously, when you have a team that shoots a lot of threes, you know, you're not going to get too many fouls called on you.
So it looks like a little 1-2-2 defensive effort here by Brentwood. Nice pass inside, but can't connect on the short lay-in. And Brentwood comes back with Osgood. And she'll back away and take it off the back iron again. Paul Breece, some great boxing out right there by Indy, keeping Brentwood off the boards. And stepping on the out-of-bounds line is Indy. So
yeah, you talked about it, Andrew. The ball hits the ground off a missed shot. You know that you've done an excellent job boxing out. And, you know, right there, Indy did not take advantage offensively. They didn't get a shot off before the turnover happened. So, you know, a team that needs everything. But that is obviously something you cannot have.
Boy,
is Delaney Trushell just standing out there lining up the seams of the ball and just burying it.
You can't leave her open. That's her third 3 of the game. Senior Delaney Trushell and her twin sister, Emily. I don't want to call them a 1-2 punch, more like a 1-1 punch.
Yeah. 1A, 1B, 1C
exactly.
with Osgood.
Downtown is Anna Catherine Davis. And Brentwood comes away with the loose ball. Trushell to Trushell once more. Cutting inside, that is Emily.
No, that was Delaney Trushell.
Did I get my numbers wrong?
Yep,
was that Delaney?
Yep.
Well, her first 2 of the night. I thought I had a
2 and a lot of threes equals 11 points on the night for her.
Brentwood extends the lead 19-12. Driving the baseline, kicking to Martinez off the back iron again. Brentwood also limiting Indy to just 1 opportunity. Downtown is Wampler, Chloe Wampler, and again, Paul Breece, here comes that Brentwood shooting.
Yeah, I mean, threes add up very quickly. You went from a 2-point game now to your 10-point game early in the second quarter.
Brentwood now with 6 3-point shots in the ball game. As Indy turns it over. This is Roston now. Thought she might drive the lane, but kicks it back out. Trushell again. This is Emily off the back iron, and Miller comes away with it.
Nice job, Miller. Let's see if she can get involved offensively right here. If they can somehow reverse the ball in this zone, they'll probably get a post look. There it comes.
There's on that block right there. And
here it comes.
Settling for the jump shot is Indy, and now they get the second chance. But nothing doing as Brentwood comes away with it. Russell again inside and missing on the short jumper, the short lay-in. And there's a freshman, Jalen Banks, again handling things up front. 10-point edge now by Brentwood, 22-12.
Yeah, I would love to see Independence, walk a high post up. There's Yang, she's moving it up. Get a little high-low action with her and Kayla Miller, 44.
Again, kind of that 1-2-2 look, and Brentwood will knock it out of bounds. 4:28 here to go in the second. Lorenzi and Osgood checking back in for Brentwood. This time off the mark.
Oh, nice.
Again, all but Banks again with a hard-fought for offensive board. And the freshman, Jalen Banks, will head to the line. Try to close the gap a little bit as Brentwood has extended this lead here in the second.
Well, Banks is going to have to convert, or picking up that foul was kind of a lost cause.
So Jalen Banks, the freshman, connects on 1 of 2. Got a timeout on the floor. Paul Breece, you mentioned this earlier. Brentwood High School lost one game this year, 12-1 overall, 6-0 in a District 11 AAA. Indy, 11-4 overall, 5-1 in the district.
Yeah, you know, Brentwood's only loss was to Ensworth High School, which is ranked, I believe, in the top. I hate to say it, top 10 nationally. I may be mistaken, but I know they're in the top 25. And nationally, I mean, and Coach Miles Thrash has talked about, hey, I'd like to one more shot at it, because I think that was the first game for the Lady Bruins. And so I think he feels his team has kind of matured a little bit as the season's progressed. And, you know, I think they've hit their stride. I mean, speaking out of these two last games, Michael Williams, where they've had two running clocks and they've scored 75 and 80. I think they feel like, you know, they can keep up with anybody.
Well, it seems like we just came out of Christmas break, and already basketball season is on fire here in the county. Trushell again from the top of the key. She got hit.
Yeah.
No call. And Caitlin Lorenzi, I believe they'll call her for the travel. So Brentwood with a rare turnover. And again, that zone look by the Bruins. Under 4 minutes to go now.
It's a bad place to have it.
In the coffin corner now. Quickly outside is Lindsey Freeman. And unable to connect. Banks comes away with it. She'll muscle her way in that low block. And I believe they'll call her for the offensive foul. Sure will. Good cut inside, and
nice.
That is Caitlin Lorenzi coming off that curl screen.
It's a great set play. Good, nice call by Coach Miles Thrash.
Lady Bruins extend the lead to 11. 3:10 to go.
I'm sorry, Mike. I was going to tell you, they do a pretty good job of changing defenses. You know, they start out with a man-to-man. They've hit this zone here, and there's the young lady I feel that can make a difference in this game. Is Kayla Miller.
Kayla Miller down there on the low block. She's got her 6th point of the night. And again, under 10.
Yeah.
And Banks will be called for the reach.
It's going to be her 2nd foul, Michael Williams. And I tell you what, that's someone you do not want to have in foul trouble if you're the Lady Eagles.
Trushell inbounds, this time over to Osgood. Don't leave her open.
No way.
There it goes. Delaney Trushell with her 4th 3 of the evening. Extends the lead 27-15, 2:20 to go here in the first half. And again, that Brentwood defense able to force the turnover. Trushell again, she'll drive that lane and kick. Chloe Wampler unable to come up with the 3.
Yeah, Wampler's hit a couple, so obviously she's got green light capabilities as well. Uh-oh.
Quick turnover this time.
That's just a young team right there.
Osgood, the junior, with a quick steal and 2.
Yeah, we're getting close to the halftime here. Michael Williams, a minute 40.
Amelia Osgood, 7 points on the night. Quickly inside to Miller, and she'll score it.
I'm telling you, there's a little chink in the armor in the Lady Bruins. It's probably post defense. Now the Trushells are obviously are pretty good sized guards, but you know, I think Kayla Miller has figured out she's got an advantage down there.
Miller now with the and one. See if she can convert to shrink this lead a little bit. And she'll do it.
How about that? Well, now all you have out there is Amelia Osgood as far as.
Osgood with that
they
strong
clear
left
out.
hand.
Yeah.
And goes all the way, does Amelia Osgood.
Wow.
Hard to stop when she gets to driving on that left side. Minute to go here in the first. Brentwood has extended this lead. And again, the turnover down low. Brentwood doesn't have to get into a big hurry here. As Osgood will set the troops here with 40 seconds in. Osgood from downtown, and that one rattles out. Roston unable to connect.
Short time right here, Michael Williams.
And the pace growing, dare I say, frenetic. 23.6 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, I'm surprised they took Kayla Miller out right there. She's been kind of the the bright spot for the Lady Eagles.
A.K. Davis unable to connect.
They probably would have had that offensive rebound right there.
And Indy able to maintain control. 16 seconds to go here. Amy Tang off the mark.
Yeah, just cannot buy a basket. This is obviously Workman on the miss.
Couldn't quite get the shot off as the buzzer sounds. So at the end of the first half, Brentwood 31, Indy 18. We're back for second half action. Stay tuned. Back at Independence High School for second half action between these Lady Independence Eagles and the Brentwood Lady Bruins. Lady Bruins on top, 31 to 18. 7 3-pointers by the Lady Bruins. Make it 8 as Lorenzi, she'll knock down the first 3 very quickly into the third and extends that lead to 34 to 18. Banks thought about the 3. She'll drive the lane. And among the trees, Brentwood slaps it away. And here come the Lady Bruins again. Osgood. Trushell, she'll drive the lane and off the glass.
Oh, they called a charge, Michael Williams.
Got her on the offensive charge. So wipe the bucket away. Her sister, Delaney Trushell, number 20. She had 4 threes in the first half. She leads all scorers with 14 points. Amelia Osgood with 9. And these 12-1 Lady Bruins with a 16-point edge here on a surprising Indy team who's 11-4 on the year, 5-1 in the district. And there has been the workhorse, Kayla Miller. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Indy maintains possession. Quickly with the 3, and Miller again.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the glass is Kayla Miller. She's got 11 points on the night. Closes the lead to 14. Trushell again, not hesitant at all, and that one bounces off the top of the backboard, and Indy will come away with it. What does Indy have to do to get back into this, Paul?
Well, I think, you just can't keep looking at the scoreboard. You just got to chip away, and you got to give Brentwood one shot at it like you did in the first half. You know what they say, I mean, teams don't shoot 100% from 3. So just got to, and then you got to hustle like that.
Lindsey Freeman off the mark, and looks like one of the Trushell twins smacked the backboard over there. And she is
well, I think
still down.
Yeah. I think that Anna Catherine Davis was chasing after the ball and kind of got caught up behind the knee of Emily Trushell.
Banged her knee over there on the ground. She is slow to get up, but she does make it up. And the sportsmanship of Williamson County claps her off the floor. She looks like she's okay. So Indy will have it out of bounds in front of their own bench. This is Jalen Banks, the freshman, number 23. And a turnover, here come the Bruins. Osgood again over to Trushell. She likes that little wing area behind the arc. And again, some strong rebounding by Indy.
Absolutely. Now see right here, Independence got to be a little more patient.
Finding a little daylight in the lane is Lindsey Freeman. And then she's able to track down her own miss. Banks now, she'll find a little daylight in the lane. Kick it. And the three falls short. Miller unable to buy a basket here. 3 opportunities.
Wow. See, they got to convert that.
Brentwood quickly down the floor.
And Lorenzi's got to beat Miller off the dribble right there. I think he got an advantage.
Osgood, they'll set that screen for her on that left side. She can drive to the left with the best of them. But good defense by Jalen Banks. That is Delaney Trushell. Ball knocked out of bounds. Brentwood will maintain possession. Osgood,
oh, wow.
She'll launch from downtown.
Man, oh man.
And Amelia Osgood. No fear.
Yeah, tremendous set play off the inbounds right there. They got the double screen for Osgood. So wide open, she had time to set the scenes and buries it.
Amelia Osgood with 12 points on the night. If she doesn't lead all scorers, then she's closely behind one of the Trushell twins.
Yeah. Well, but all 3 of them have 1,000-point scores. Do we know what exact order? Who knows? But I do know that Emily just got her 1,000 last week. So, you know, tonight, Brentwood sitting in top 6-0. And Page High School, I think they have the night off. They're at 6-1, 15-1 overall. And I think their lone loss is to Brentwood. Dixon and Indy right behind them at 5-1.
So Indy try to chip into the 17-point edge. There's one way to do it. Kayla Miller, they have had no answer for her on that low block tonight.
Well, you better get out and play defense because threes are more than twos. Michael Williams.
Amelia Osgood will answer, however.
See, that's transition defense. You got to scramble, and you got to find the players.
Tang inside to Miller, and the pass a little a little too high.
Obviously, the right idea.
Sophie Roston, the junior, she'll check in. I think she's going to be a good post player. Brentwood again, so well rehearsed. Osgood, she'll drive the lane again, kicks. Roston inside, looking, and a nice left-handed scoop shot does for Sophie Roston. Extends the lead to 20.
Went right at Kayla Miller that time and finished strong was Ralston.
And another three, this time outside, off the mark. And Brentwood again limiting the Lady Eagles'
defense.
second chances. Ralston again.
How about that? Reward her.
The junior, just talked about her, Sophie Ralston, coming off the bench. And back-to-back buckets. Extends the lead 44-22, 3:29 to go here in the third.
Well, Coach Brian Glassner has just got to, slow the game down a little bit. Brentwood, tremendous off the defensive rebound, transitioning back into offense. And what I would call, running their lanes, filling in, creating good space. But, again, Michael Williams, you work so hard on offense for the Lady Eagles and getting Kayla Miller the ball in the post. You come back down, you give up a 3 and a 2 on a run by Ralston. I mean, just like that, you're down by 22.
All but 14 of the Lady Bruins points have come from the three-point line tonight. They have 10 three-pointers. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason behind this 44-22 lead. Looking for Miller inside. Can't quite find her. Brentwood doubling her up.
Yeah, I think Coach Thrash, Michael Williams, went in halftime and said, hey, we're going to have to play a little better post defense.
Driving is Katie Workman. Ball knocked out of bounds. I believe it stays Brentwood's way. Well, they call a foul, actually.
Yeah, late foul.
Kate Workman heads to the line tonight. And Paul Breece, give you a little trivia, a little FYI. This is Brentwood's first trip to the line tonight.
Really?
Really.
All right.
That's what I have them down as.
Okay, you got it. You got it. 2 for 2, 100%. How about
100%,
that?
absolutely.
The chances are if they had shot 8, they probably would have been 100%. They're that good of a shooting team.
Popkin or Propkop unable to connect. Will she try it again? She finds the baseline, heads in, and they'll call her on the charge.
And tremendous job by Delaney Trushell. Got over there. I was watching her play post defense against Kayla Miller. She left her, came over, and was rewarded with the charge. I know Michael Williams probably thought she came over a little bit late. But, hey, either way, it's out of our hands.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Banks almost with the steal. Osgood, she'll take it, though, off the front iron. And Granzow unable to hit from the line. Banks back up the floor quickly, finding through traffic, and all the way she'll pick up the foul. Jalen Banks.
Yeah, she's going to be a good one here at Independence High School. Only have 3 points on the night, but, she got in foul trouble early in the first half.
Banks, all of her points tonight coming from the line. There you see the freshman. Can't quite finish the foul shot opportunity, and here come the Lady Bruins again.
This is where the Lady Eagles got to remain on defense and know where the everyone is here.
Inside to Ralston, thought she might try that left-hander, but will take the offensive glass. Fought for, and we'll have the jump ball. Alternate possession goes back to Independence. on the turnover. 1:35 to go here in the third. Osgood and Coach Thrash will call the timeout.
Well, I think the reason was they had a set play called, and as I've seen in coaching, in my 20-plus years coaching, when one person messes it up, it just frustrates you to no end. I could tell there was somebody that was not where they were supposed to be, and Coach Thrash is definitely going to
have a quick teachable moment. So what do you do here? You've coached 20 years, Paul Breece. You've got a 23-point edge. Clearly the game is out of hand for the most part. You coach your Coach Thrash and your Coach Glasner. What are you saying at this point in those huddles?
Well, you know, if you're Coach Thrash, you just want to not create any turnovers. I mean, you know, obviously take care of the basketball. You know, Lady Eagles, on the other hand, every possession counts. You know, try to grow from this experience playing somebody such as Brentwood. And it's just a test to see, hey, where you are right now in your year.
Inside, Lorenzi kicks it back out to Trushell. And that was Emily. I have her down. Those are her first points of the night. Let me check my scoreboard over there.
5.
She got 5. I missed one of her earlier buckets. Again, the lid on for Indy now. Under 50 seconds to go. Quickly to Ralston, a little out of control. Banks, freshman, thought about going 1-on-4, but wisely pulls it back. Need a couple of threes, and Brentwood, Ralston says nothing doing. She smacks it out of bounds. Inside, and somebody got smacked.
That's
the audible foul.
Yeah.
.25 seconds to go. And again, Indy has gone cold here, I think mainly due to that Brentwood defense.
5 seconds.
Trushell with a nice crossover. Can she bury that three? Can't quite do it.
Oh, Lorenzi almost with the putback.
So at the end of 3, your score 49-23. Stay with us. We've got the boys game coming up right after this. Saw these Brentwood Bruin fellas in action last week against Ravenwood with an overtime win against the Raptors.
Yeah, in a crazy battle of the woods. Obviously, anything goes in those games, no matter what your records are. I mean, Brentwood boys sitting atop in a tie, 6-0 with Dixon County. Dixon County had a lot of kids come back, so they have a pretty strong team. Summit sitting at third at 5-2. Franklin 4-3 and fourth, along with Centennial 4-3, and then down at 6 is Indy at 2-4, 8-8, or I'm sorry, 8-9 total for this year. So, you know, the records seem to favor Brentwood, but, you know, you play on the road. You know, you kind of have a swing of momentum. Absolutely, with the weekend, the extra day off, what kind of student section will we see? Obviously, we were spoiled last week with the Brentwood-Ravenwood game with a tremendous showing by both student bodies. So we'll see if this place starts to get filled up or if everybody's headed to the beach. As Michael Williamson and I sit here.
Right.
Not at the beach.
Not at the beach. So last quarter, Brentwood looking to put away their 13th win of the year. They are well on their way at this point as Katie Workman unable to connect on the three.
Yeah.
Banks comes away with it. Kicks quickly to the corner. There's Tang again off the front iron. And Osgood will come away.
Oh, nice post pass.
Inside to Granzow. And unable to connect on the little turnaround from the baseline. He has to play with a sense of urgency.
Lindsey Freeman, you know, a senior for Indy, hasn't played the best game that she'll probably reminisce about, but they're going to need her as the season goes on.
Some nice hustle there shown by Indy, scrounging for that loose ball, and they come away with it. You'd like to see that down 26 points, and they're still fighting for it.
Yeah.
And Banks, Jalen Banks, they called her on the offensive foul. Sure did.
Well, when you go in hard like that, Michael Williams, and you have no intent of stopping, and you kind of just throw the ball up, you're probably going to get an offensive call quite a bit.
Tell you what, though, I like that Indy hustle down there. Down 26 points, had some people scrapping on the floor for a loose ball. And Osgood, she'll come away with it.
The right hand. She does have a two-handed game here.
Amelia Osgood, the junior, cleans up on the offensive glass. She's got 14 points on the night. Truschel quickly down the floor. Folks want the push off there. Workman, that bounces off the top of the backboard. Or Chloe Wampler, excuse me, that was her shot.
Here comes a quick entry with Freeman and Kayla Miller, which is probably going to help on the offensive end for sure.
Workman, or Truschel rather, with the steal. Good bounce pass, good look. And Osgood will pick up the foul. Maybe a shade late on that pass, but like the bounce pass effort right there. Amelia Osgood, her first time to the line tonight.
Oh, wow. Uncharacteristic miss. You jinxed her.
She hadn't had any practice all night long.
You are correct, but she does lead the Lady Bruins with 17.
Knocks down the second one.
Whoop.
Quickly over to Pro Cop rather.
You know, that's a thing that Indy has not hit but one, maybe 3-pointers, so they haven't hit the deep ball.
Osgood, she'll do it. Osgood now with 21 on the night.
That was with two people
and that'll
in her face. Oh, great defense.
Good hustle. That's number 12. That's, I mean,
oh, look at
Osgood.
Osgood.
42 rather. Haley Hanna. Hanna, the sophomore, scrapping.
Oh, look at this. If she can bury this.
Osgood again.
Oh,
Doesn't
my.
go. She can't quite make it. And Miller comes away with it. Prokop again. And the jump ball, the alternate possession will stay with Indy. 4:33 to go in the ball game.
Well, Osgood on the break is never a good sign.
Osgood again.
Oh, the no look. Wow. Quisenberry with the basket.
Leela Quisenberry, the first time we've called her name tonight. She's got her first 2 points.
That's a good move by Freeman.
And again, fought for. We've got another loose ball. Haley Hanna, she's making the most of her minutes. Doing the dirty work down low, trying to scrap for those.
Uh-oh, can Quisenberry hit another one?
Quisenberry off the back iron.
Got that adrenaline flowing. Freeman, nice move.
Should be fouled and head to the line. You got to think, Coach Thrash, 1 by 1.
Yep.
He's going to empty his bench here with 3:45 to go.
Well, maybe not 1 by 1. How about 3 at a time?
Here they come. So wholesale changes now for Brentwood. The Trucial Twins will head out. Their job is done for the evening.
What in the world?
We have a
What a
lane
foul.
violation. Somebody got fouled.
Strange call after a made free throw.
So Coach Thrash going to give some of his younger players an opportunity to get into the game.
Hey.
Couldn't quite see who the number was on that.
That was Lindsey Freeman, finally.
So Freeman with her first 3 of the night.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Glassner, knowing that Brentwood has, some subs in, if they, take advantage and dial up the pressure a little bit just to see if they can capitalize and build on the next time they play.
So this is the second game of our WC-TV basketball season. Next week, we'll have Parker Hazard will call the game at Ravenwood. Franklin and the Raptors getting together. End of the month, we'll see Independence at Centennial. We'll have Centennial at Franklin, and we'll close out our very short basketball season with Page at Summit. And Paul, you and I will be back together on February 20th.
Wow.
For our favorite game of the year, the middle school championship.
Well, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna make any guarantees,
I
are you?
know,
Because you could possibly be there.
I'd like to be there. Well, just as I thought, coming out of the timeout, Coach Glassner knows that Brentwood's got the backups in, and he brought a little pressure. Brentwood handled it really well, and almost got a steal right there. So the press.
Freeman with the 2. Under 3 minutes to go. And again, the steal.
Yeah.
Nola Wiggins. Call her name for the first time tonight. The 11th grader, Nola Wiggins. There you take a look at her.
Well, Coach Strash has seen enough. He's shocked that Coach Glassner brought the press on with the with the backups in, so he's going to bring in the starters back on to kind of ease the pain. And it's probably not pretty excited. I felt like Coach Strash probably felt like, hey, I'm doing you a favor, you know. But you know what? Coach Glassner said, hey, we're playing basketball.
That's right.
Let's. You want to dig deep? Let's go.
If you're going to make a mistake, I'm going to take you off the floor. I wouldn't suspect the starters to be out here for.
I would think this is a. I'm going to proving a point.
This is exactly right.
And if Brentwood gets an easy basket, as possibly expected, maybe an open three.
Sort of like that. Is Trushell unable to knock it down?
Whoops.
Osgood had the hot hand tonight. And a clash of bodies going after the loose ball there.
So Brentwood's going to. Oh, that's a great move.
Nicely done by Lindsey Freeman. Finding that lane.
Oh, my.
Trushell again.
Yeah. Nope.
2 minutes to go here. Banks from distance knocks it down. Jalen Banks.
That was from the Eagle.
From the concession stand. And Banks has her first three of the night.
Let's see what we got here. We're still going to stay in the press, are the Lady Eagles.
Trushell loses it, so Indy, even down by 20. I like this, the scrap they're showing here.
Yeah, well, definitely with a glimpse of life. I mean, down by 20, you know, the no quit kind of attitude, and that's what Coach Glassner's trying to bring upon the Lady Eagles in the program, which is, I believe it has been since 2012-13 season that was the last 20-win season. And, you know, right now, you know, Indy already 11 wins. Can they find 9 more somewhere?
Banks on the kick. This is Tang.
Whoops.
Brentwood, Trushell to Trushell. Wampler unable to handle the break. Osgood finding that left hand again with the lay-in. Yeah. And Amelia Osgood having a night.
Kind of a dangerous pass. Yep.
Osgood one more time. Will she take it all the way to the spin? And Brentwood lose it out of bounds. Amelia Osgood, number 32, with 23 points. It's Nola Wiggins Able to knock down the short jumper. This one comes to a close in about 35 seconds as Truschel yet again.
Yep. You know what? If you're going to come out and press us a little bit.
Make you pay with that.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm not sure if this is going to carry on through the next meeting, but I'm sure it will not be forgotten by Coach Thrash.
So that'll close it out as Chloe Wampler extends the lead. And there you have the final score, Brentwood 64, the Lady Eagles 39. We're back on the other side with the fellas. Stay with us on the WC-TV Game of the Week.